Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about a Binance Smart Chain project that in my opinion is going to do extremely well, at least in the short term to mid-long term. And this project is called Vault or the WAULTx token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any of the projects that we cover on our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to the website vault.finance, that is WAULT.finance, in order to learn more about this project, right? So what is Vault Finance? So basically on the website they've stated that it's a decentralized finance protocol, and what it does is it connects all the DeFi features into a Vault ecosystem, right? So again, it is a decentralized finance platform that acts as a vault, but it also offers much more than just a vault. It offers multiple different features which we'll be covering soon, and it's based on the Binance Smart Chain, right? So if you want to click on the launch app button and see their layout, you can clearly see that they have multiple different projects, and each of them offers some really good APRs, right? So again, they have three important products: the Vault Swap, Vault Lock, and the Vault Pad. Again, we'll kind of cover each of them in a few seconds now, but if you see on their website, they have the roadmap where they are kind of like stating what's their current goals and what's going to be their goals till the end of the 2021 year. So let's go to some of the information that's presented for Q1 of 2021. So they basically launched the Vault token. Liquidity mining and staking was also available, and they had the W Lock or Vault Locker. They also launched the W Pad, which is a Vault Launchpad, yield optimization platform, and the first Launchpad pre-sale for the token called Swirl, right? And Q2, which is currently underway, is basically when they've had their second Launchpad pre-sale for the token called Euler. And they've also had the WSwap automated market making DEX, which is also available on their app, and WEX token launch, which is their native token, and swap of Vault or old tokens from the Vault to the new token, which is WAULTx, right? And WAULTx is basically the new governance token. So if you guys hold the old token, you can go to the app and kind of swap it for their new governance token, WAULTx, right? Third Launchpad pre-sale for the token called Holder. Fourth Launchpad pre-sale for the token called Investin. W Pools program, Moon Fuel program, leverage integration with Alpaca, which is another project that we'll cover in our channel pretty soon. End of old Vault token swap, which again will happen on by the 23rd of June. So if you guys haven't already swapped your old to the new token, I suggest you guys to do the same as soon as possible, right? Fifth Launchpad pre-sale is going to be underway pretty soon. But if you see the Q3, they are planning to launch their own stablecoin. They're planning to have their sixth Launchpad pre-sale. Their governance will be activated for the first time, and then seventh Launchpad pre-sale, lending platform, and eighth Launchpad pre-sale. And for Q4 of 2021, they'll have the ninth Launchpad pre-sale, launch the Vault Finance multi-chain, which is going to be really exciting, and launch their 10th Launchpad pre-sale for the year, right? So again, lots of exciting stuff that has happened in Q1 and Q2. And again, there's going to be several more updates that will be coming in pretty soon, which makes this project a very exciting project to look forward to, right? So if you see, some of their partners include Certic, Wonkly, and Berry, Swirl, Euler Tools, Holder Finance, 11.finance, BTS Labs, Autofarm, Alpaca Finance, Multiplier, and Bella Protocol, right? Again, many of these projects are Binance Smart Chain based projects, and Certic is one of the most reputed auditing blockchain auditing firms or smart contract auditing firms, and by being partners with some big players on the Binance Smart Chain, they are basically securing their future in order to kind of like continue to exist not only on Binance Smart Chain but also to expand with the other blockchains as well, right? So that's pretty much the quick information about this project. So let's go to their app and see what their app is actually all about. So if you want to go to this app directly, you can go to app.vault.finance in order to access this, right? Again, if you click the top right corner, you can clearly see some of the products that they have. They have again, the layout is pretty much similar to PancakeSwap, except it has slightly more features than PancakeSwap. Or in another way, I can kind of compare this project with Value DeFi, which again, although the Value DeFi project has suffered from several hacks and attacks, it kind of was a popular project on the Ethereum blockchain and kind of migrated to the Binance Smart Chain. And many of the features that Vault Finance has is kind of like the features that Value DeFi also had, right? So if you see, you can click on the swap feature to again access the decentralized exchange on the Binance Smart Chain. So again, you can obviously do swaps for several different cryptocurrencies on the Binance Smart Chain. Again, I think you can pretty much get most of the tokens that you are looking for here, most of the primary tokens on the Binance Smart Chain, plus most of the popular cryptocurrencies on the market in general. And you can also add liquidity to certain pairs and earn liquidity provision rewards. And you can also stake your liquidity provider tokens to farm again different cryptocurrencies, right? And again, similar to like PancakeSwap, you can provide you can stake your WEX token and get WEX token in return, and you can earn about 157.34% APR, right? Pretty extreme kind of like APRs indeed. And if you take APRs are the returns or the returns that you'd earn for the whole year without compounding the yield, right? So that's something that you need to bear in mind. So by earning 157.34 APR, which is without compounding, you can only imagine how much you would be earning by the compounding effect, which is basically APY, right? So their new token is the WAULTx token, which is one of their tokens as well. And if you see, you can earn 48.19% APR by staking WAULTx, and you will be getting WAULTx in return, right? And they're also showing what platforms they're using. You can clearly see that they're using 11 Finance, which is a project that they were partnered with, and you can also see some of the pools are auto compounding. Apart from single tokens, you can also stake your LP tokens that you receive after providing liquidity on Vault Finance's DEX protocol or DEX project, and then you can stake it here to earn 494.08% for WEX BNB, and it's pretty high for several projects, right? If you see, there are several different liquidity provision options for you guys, and you can earn more of your liquidity pool tokens by staking the liquidity pool tokens, right? So again, pretty extensive variety of options that are available, and some of them are really exotic tokens that are only unique to Binance Smart Chain. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. You can also kind of like I think you can if you want to apply for your own project to be listed here, you can also do the same by clicking on the apply now at the bottom, right? So yeah, pretty much similar to PancakeSwap for the Vault Finance protocol. But if you look at the pools, again, this is where you will be able to stake your WEX token and earn Bell token in return for this particular pool. You'll be earning 213.57% APR. Again, similar to PancakeSwap, you can earn BMXX, which is basically the multiplier X protocol on the Binance Smart Chain, which is basically a fork of Aave, and you can earn this token at an APR of 222.30%. You can also earn several other projects, again some of them very new and kind of like a risky project, so please bear that in mind. Although their list is not as versatile as PancakeSwap, it does give you some PancakeSwap based kind of like similar PancakeSwap, similar kind of protocol like PancakeSwap, right? If you take the locked staking, you can lock it for 30 days and receive your WEX Poly airdrop. So WEX is offering this feature where you can stake your WEX tokens for 30 days, and in return you will be earning WEX Poly, which is the same token but on the Polygon network, right? You can earn 86.37% in WEX Poly, so that's very lucrative, and people who want to participate can still participate because it's going to be over only on the 6th of July, so we still have like 30 days left for that. You can stake WAULTx and also earn WEX Poly, again at an APR which is slightly lower than the WEX staking pool, but it's still a pretty lucrative percentage. You can stake Euler tokens and earn a decent APR as well. You can also kind of like see some of the vaults that are not really earning any APRs, so please bear that in mind. Some vaults are not really, some kind of like staking pools don't really offer any APR, so please bear that in mind before you interact with that smart contract, right? So that's basically it for the locked staking. If you take the vaults itself, this is where you will be able to stake other cryptocurrencies within the Binance Smart Chain and earn a decent APR similar to Beefy Finance. If you take a Cake, for example, you can earn 131.36%, pretty competitive. APY, which means it's auto compounded, right? It also says in the brackets, it says it's auto, which means it's auto compounded. So same thing for BUSD. You can also earn Eclipse, BUSD, USDT and USDC pools, 3 EPS pools. You can also earn like 7.41, although it's not really that great. I think you'll be able to find better rates for the Ellipsis 3 pool token, which is basically a pool, like a liquidity pool token for providing liquidity in Ellipsis, right? So again, they are planning to expand, and you will be able to see lots of new tokens on their vault, right? So they have the locker, which is a feature unique to Vault Finance. Vault Locker works only with a connected wallet, so you have to connect your wallet to see this feature. Since I haven't really connected my wallet on my phone, unfortunately I can't really show you guys this, but you can obviously go to locker.vault.finance or click on the locker button on their platform, on their app, in order to access this, and you can connect your wallet to see how it looks like. It's basically a locker which obviously optimizes your yields, and it works in a slightly different way compared to vaults, but it is pretty much the same thing, right? And Launchpad is another new feature available on WPad, which is again a place where they have conducted their pre-sale. They have a lot of pre-sales coming for this year as well as for next year. For next year, again, they still haven't announced the list of pre-sales that will be coming on their roadmap, but it is going to expand, and you will see some projects that are going to be listed specifically on Vault Finance's Launchpad, right? You can already see that many of the projects that they are making the farming or staking or any of those kind of things available have already been made have already made a pre-sale on their own Launchpad. So the kind of they're collaborating with different projects to enable them to launch on their Launchpad while also getting popularity for the Vault Finance project, right? So again, pretty interesting project. You can clearly see some of the price points for the Vault token, WAULTx, which is what we're going to cover today. You can also see their WEX token, which is again similar price point as WAULTx. but all the price points and LP price points are also available on the website, right? So I would probably say that Vault is basically an amalgamation of Beefy Finance, Pancake Swap, as well as maybe bits and pieces of other projects as well, with a little bit of their own kind of innovation, such as the locker project, or you can kind of call this as a different version of value DeFi, right? So that's pretty much it. So if you go to the CoinGecko page for Vault Finance, this token is currently ranked 594th by market cap on CoinGecko, and it's currently trading at 3.8 cents at the time of making this video, and it recently had a 41.2% increase in price, right? So again, obviously it's in the green, so I wouldn't really recommend people to buy it when it's green. I would recommend people to buy it when it goes through a dip, or when it's crashed or the price has gone down. So that's something that we'll discuss more as we go through the charts. But if you see the market cap, it's still $30.1 million in market cap. It's still relatively low for a project that aims to be such a versatile project, right? Although this project is kind of like relatively less popular than several other Binance Smart Chain based projects, I think this project will kind of grow and continue to exist for quite some time. And the legitimacy of this project is definitely something that people are trusting this project, and people are basically investing decent amount of money on this project and trying to get some really good yield. And this project has kind of like been somewhat of a reputed project, right? So for this project to kind of like have a $30.1 million in market cap, it's still considered to be like undervalued, right? If you take the max supply, on the other hand, you can clearly see that that's one of the many weak points of this project, where this project has a $1 billion in max supply, while the circulating supply is only 772 million tokens, right? So again, I would prefer any project to have less than or equal to 100 million tokens as a max supply, but anything over that will kind of cause short-term price slumping, which is pretty much what will happen for this project as well. Although it has been having some really good decent pump in the past few days or a few weeks, I would probably say that this project for the short term will have some decent price slumping, because of one of the many reasons would be because of the extremely high max supply and relatively kind of like a lower circulating supply compared to its max supply, right? But if you take the market cap to the total value locked ratio, which is basically the market cap divided by the total value locked in dollars, and that's kind of like a ratio which will say whether this project is undervalued or overvalued. And as I mentioned, again, this project seems to be undervalued because the ratio is less than 1, right? So if the ratio is less than 1, it means that the project has a lower market cap than what is actually locked within the project, which means more money is locked within the vaults itself rather than the market cap of the token of the vault itself, right? So again, this shows that there's a lot of room for this project to grow, and it's extremely undervalued with the market cap to total value locked ratio being 0.06. If you have a project that has a market cap to TVL ratio equal to 1, that means it's somewhat like fairly valued, and if the ratio is above 1, then it means it's overvalued or slightly overvalued, right? In this case, it seems like this project is not only like below 1, but it's also below 0.1, which means it's extremely undervalued, right? So that's basically something that you guys can look into as a project for a short term or mid to long short term, right? If you take the price charts, again, you can clearly see that this token has obviously had one large peak in its entire existence, but apart from that, it has really been like underperforming, right? So if you see, the project information is available since April 25th of last year, April 25th of this year, and the price per token for this token was 5 cents per token, and it was kind of like went down, reaching 2 cents per token before climbing back to the top early May this year, and then reaching an all-time highs of about kind of like 19 cents, close to 20 cents per token. But if you see, the peak is extremely steep and sharp, which means it only was at that price point for a very short period of time before it crashed back down. For people who are lucky enough to sell it at the top, they might have made some really good gains, especially if they had bought it at this low price point. But nonetheless, the token price continued to crash and go down slowly, and mid to late May, the token price was at its all-time lows of 1 cent, 1 to 2 cents per token, and then it was moving sideways. But now you can clearly see that this token is kind of like starting to pump, reaching a 3 cent range, right? I know that this overall, it still seems like this token is at a relatively early stage, but I can probably say that it's better to pay a little bit more attention to the increased gains that this token has seen in the past 24 hours. I would probably say that this token will continue to move a little bit more sideways and can probably go back to the 2 cent range, which would be something that I would be probably willing to buy. But if you guys are willing to buy this token at this price point itself, then I think it's still a decent price point, considering that this made an all-time high of 19 cents or close to 20 cents last month, early last month, and that's still something that this token can reach pretty soon, right? Since the entire market is kind of like moving sideways, I think this token will also continue to move sideways or even make some really steep dips, which would also be a good buy opportunity. But if you want to buy it at this price point and hodl it for long term, then it's a really good buy opportunity for this price point as well, right? If you take the Bitcoin comparative, again, pretty similar. You can kind of overlap the dollar comparative with the Bitcoin comparative. You can clearly see that the Bitcoin price, the Bitcoin comparative showed that the token price was 101 Satoshis when the price data was initially available, and then it kind of went all the way to the 55 Satoshi range. And if you had bought it at that time and you sold it at an all-time highs of 320 Satoshis per token, you would have made some really good Bitcoin gains, right? But again, as you see, the peak is so steep that it probably only existed at this price point for a very short period of time before it crashed down, and then it kind of was going down, reaching a low of 60 Satoshis, again pretty much its all-time lows, and kind of moving sideways. But since 4th of June, this token has been increasing in price and now is kind of worth 110 Satoshis, right? Again, I do believe that the token price in Bitcoin comparative can go a little bit lower. It will definitely go sideways a bit more, and that will be another good, better opportunity by this token for cheaper sats, right? Again, the Ethereum comparative shows incredible volatility as usual. If you see, the token price was initially worth 2,200 GUI per token, and then it kind of like dumped down to 955 GUI late April, and then it started slowly climbing up, reaching all-time highs of about 5,000 GUI, close to 5,000 GUI, maybe at around 4,800 or 4,900 GUI per token. Again, only staying there for a very short period of time before crashing back down to its kind of like all-time lows of 922 or 870, somewhere between 800 to 900 GUI. And now, since the 4th of June, this token has been going in an upward direction, right? I think this token will continue to kind of like move sideways for a bit as the entire market is moving sideways, and once or twice you'll have some opportunities to buy this token for kind of like less than 100 Satoshis or less than 1000 GUI, or even less than 3 cents or 3.5 cents, and that will be something that you can obviously buy this token at, right? But if you're looking to hodl this token for long term, then all these price points are still good, because again, compared to its extremely sharp all-time highs, this is definitely a really good fire sale for this token, right? If you take the exchange where it's available, it's obviously available on its own native swap decentralized exchange, which is basically WAULTx. You can buy it with Wrapped BNB or BUSD. You can also buy it from PancakeSwap as well. And that's pretty much it. So it's not really available in many decentralized exchanges, and is not available in a single centralized exchange. which shows that this project is still extremely early. And if you take the total value market cap to the total value locked ratio, this token is still extremely undervalued. Its market cap went from $30 million to $29 million when we are speaking, and that shows that the market cap can kind of shrink a bit because the price itself can go a little bit lower, right? And that will be a good buy opportunity, and you can obviously stake it on their staking farms, staking pools, and earn WEX Poly on the Polygon network, which is again something that you guys can obviously look into. But I'm not really a big fan of their max supply, but it's still something that you can oversee, considering the fact that this project does try to be like an all-in-one kind of place for Binance Smart Chain, right? And once it expands to the Polygon network, it will only continue to start growing because the Polygon network itself is kind of like exploding and growing, right? So again, remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.